Hey y'all. Well, I'm going to put my face on so we have yet another. Yet another get ready with me. Is that okay with y'all? Y'all mind having you get ready with me? I am going to pull my hair back a little bit. How are y'all doing? I just got through feeding the birds. And it's work, y'all. I have to tell y'all, see this little bird right here? That's called an American goldfinch. It's one of my absolute favorites besides red-winged blackbirds. And I like blue jays and American crows. I like all birds. My mother gave me a love for birds. That's why the charm on my new charm bracelet from Pandora, I got a little mommy and baby bird with a little camellia flower. My mother loved camellia bushes. She had pink ones. And she is the one that gave me the love for birds. But I think I dare not say this, but I think I actually outlove them. Outlove her? Do you outlove my mom? No. I go through hardship for those birds. I do. Anyway, and I found a little gold one on the ground this morning dead. And I don't know if it froze. I don't think a cat got it because it didn't look torn up. It looked whole. That's what makes me think, was it disease? Did it get pecked by something and then die? If it's a cat, cats are mean. They tear them up. So it wasn't a cat. But a big bird, sometimes will just fly down, swoop down, and just, and then they fall, and they're done with them. They're just mean. Especially something like what's a mean bird? I think one of the meanest birds, Mom told me this, but I have seen it, is mockingbirds. They can be mean. They're territorial. I'll put it that way. Okay. I'm going to use my favorite because it just works, and that is the Chanel Lilith Cream Riche. And I'm not even going to use a spatula. I'm just going to use some, that much. Put it on the other middle finger and just mix it to the fingers. Kind of warm it. It emulsifies it better when it's warmed. And then just rub it in your skin. And make sure you get back here, because that's where your age spots are. Not just right up here by your eyes and nose. Already put on, did I put on eye? No, I didn't do an eye cream. What's the difference? I don't know. And wouldn't it be funny if we found out there's absolutely no difference? That was a hair too little. Let me do a little more. Wouldn't it be funny if we found out there's no difference at all? But I would think that there is, because that is a more delicate, fine skin, whereas this is pretty tough back here. Make sure you get your smoker's wrinkles, even if you don't. Or I call it kissy wrinkles, because I don't smoke, but you still go like that, or drink out of a straw. Try to smile so much that the worst wrinkles you have is your smiling wrinkles. Isn't that a wonderful problem to have? Someone said, well, you know what? You smile too much. It's like, there's not too much smile in this world. All right, but I'm going to be using this Amore Pacific Time Response I Reserve Cream. And this was a sample I got when my husband got me that, when he got me that new perfume, Norel perfume that he got from Nordstrom. They probably said, you know, you can pick 2 samples, and this is one of the ones he did. Or maybe they just automatically in that tote, that was the gift with purchase, and in that tote, those brands had already pre-negotiated with Nordstrom to have their brands in with the tote. Because it wasn't all Amore specific, it was all different kinds of stuff, so that's why I think that. Now, the reason I'm doing this kind of harshly is because it's still very wet, and as it starts drying, I do pat it more. Make sure it gets in there, but not by rubbing. But I do want to get my crow's feet wrinkles, and then with any left over, I do right around that mouth. And right between the eyebrows. The furrow of your brows. What my mother used to say. Okay, so here's the good thing about this cream. You don't even have to wait. It's in. It is just so in. I love it. And then, I'm just a Chanel girl, y'all. I don't mean to be. I try to try less expensive stuff, but I've tried all kinds of foundations, and to me this is still the very best. It is the Perfection Lumiere Velvet. My color is 22 Beige Rose. I don't know why I always have to look at the name and the color. I know it's 22 Beige Rose. There's another Beige Rose that is 12 Beige Rose, and it's lighter. I'm 22 Beige Rose. It's slightly darker. Also, I've really been loving this Chic foundation brush, meaning instead of a flat head, it's a round head, and I am liking that. I feel like more product gets on your face. Now I just do a little circle like that, just a little circle of stuff. Let's get my hair off my face. And I go on either side of the nose, and then I used to just do all this center area. I will do the nose, but I really feel like you need to get the edges better because we have age spots on this area of our face. So then go ahead and go across the chin and under the nose and on either side of the nose. Already touched it, so now we're kind of blending that in. And see how I'm going straight up and down little brush marks? We'll come back across that in horizontal to make sure we got everywhere. Now, always go around the nose and this little crust area real good. And nostrils. This one you can smell in because it smells so good. Their foundation just smells so good. Get on either side of the nose bone at the top. A lot of people miss that. And you can see that when you're looking at it. It's like, oh, look, she missed that area. Alright, so now what are we doing? We're doing the horizontal because we were going vertical. And this way we make sure we just kind of get everything real good. All the way to the hairline. I do kind of like a circle so that I pass right by the hair and not actually get in it. And again on the chin, either side of the nose again. One swipe over the eye just to give a little bit of makeup. And then whatever's left I just kind of do on the forehead because I don't like a lot on my forehead. So whatever's left. And then I'm just kind of pushing it into these pores on either side of the nose and the nose because they're your larger ones, so you kind of feel them, to be honest. And then drop your jaw and just make sure you disseminate that line so that it doesn't show. And you can just kind of hold your shirt out so it don't get on your shirt. And any that's left over, just go over the neck. All the way back. And it's cleaned off. Oh man, I brought my makeup towel, but I forgot to bring it in here. I brought it upstairs from the wash. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to close that up with a nice click. I love that. It does the same thing on the Cream Race look. It's just like it's a really good hard one. Look. Click. And that's because they want to make sure their logo's in place. I like that. What makeup palette am I going to use today? You know what I think I'll do? I'm just going to pick this one. It Naturally Pretty Essentials. Okay, let's see what's inside. Oh, I remember that. I like that. That'll look good today. It is just essentials. It's got some highlight. A good bit of highlight, which I like. A decent transition. It's really only one passion. Sorry. And then kind of a brown. And it's always good to have a black to mix for lining and outer corner if you want to darken it up, especially for evening. But really with those three colors, I can make a look. So let's just get to it. Let's use this Sigma Blending E25. This came in a kit and I still use the stew out of it. And I'm going to use the color Imagine, which is the whitest highlight. I'm going to go right under the brow with that, back and forth, just to make sure it gets in the pores real good, and then a little bit past. Right under the brow, back and forth, just make sure it gets in the pores real good. And I'm also going to do the inner corner with it. Just straight up and down over the tear duct. And then I am going to go out over the lid with it and just kind of dust it the rest of the way up, just so I have a nice dusting of powder. Make sure you get the inner corner really good. Maybe this front side. What does that do? That lighter color on the inner corner wakes up your eyes. Wakes them up. It says, hello, wake up. Wake up, silliness. Wake up. Wake up, little silliness. Wake up. Okay, so I did not clean this brush yesterday, and it's still got that orangey color in it that I do not like. Ended up not liking the Dose of Color Funcation. And it's too, not until the summer, not until I have a little bit of sun. And honestly, as you get older, you don't work on a tan anymore. You work on not having wrinkles, and so you don't want to be in the sun. But what you can do is use a good SPF sunblock, and on your body get a little bit of a tan, And then use, oh, there actually is 2 transition colors. This color right here, Dream, and this color right here, Passion. Both of those are good transition colors. So there is 2 highlight, 2 transitions, and 2 dark. What did I just do? Beth, what am I going to do with you? I guess I can just get the outer area. I went in the dark color first, like an idiot. But I can just do this outer area with it. Because we know that I'll do that. I'll need that. I just ain't paying attention. Okay, flip to the other side and let's use Passion. This is kind of like just a cashmere brown. It's a very light, it's perfect for transitioning. It's like just a cross between the highlight and the crease color, which is what transition is whatever you put in the crease. You don't want it that dark, but you don't want light as a highlight, so it's just a transition color. And it makes for a good backdrop for you now to go ahead and add that that crease color. What is with my brushes? They're all moved around. Oh, it's got the orangey on it again. Ugh. From yesterday. I need to wash my brushes. Y'all comment below, how often do you wash your brushes? And I mean, be realistic. I know you should once a week, but I probably don't do it once a month. And that's not good. And that's why this, see how it has a tint of orange? This from, even after I wiped it off, that's from yesterday. And I'm using a tissue because I don't have a towel. And that is not good because then it gets all the fibers in there. See all that? I'm going to tap that out real good. Hopefully we got it out. I hope we did. Because this is more of a red tone crease color. I mean red-brown. Not like an orange, but like almost a plum. See? It's totally different. I like this tone better than the orangey tone. This is not the right kind of brush either. I don't know what's up with me lately. Because I get ready here more than I do in my